She looks like Ano, sometimes acts like Ano, but this is definitely not Ano. In this video, we take a look at one of the more complex figures of the Japanese interwebs. This is the real anti-idol. Let's talk about Kojima Fukase. Kojima Fukase is a Japanese internet personality that can be a bit hard to digest for most people. Objectively speaking, I'm sure I'm not the only one that thinks that she looks attractive. But Fukase is the ultimate example of why you shouldn't judge a book by its cover. Because despite looking like some really cute idol, as soon as she opens her mouth, your view of her is likely to change.
おはようございます。君たち、同居人が逮捕されてしまった。どうして？ドルジじゃないよ。
Sometimes it's hard to tell whether she's just talking, ranting, joking, or having a breakdown of some kind. Apparently, she's even had the police called on her more than once because of how loud she can get. I certainly don't envy her neighbors. Watching one of her streams is almost trippy. As someone who consumes a lot of Japanese content and is quite familiar with many Japanese streamers, I don't think I have ever come across anyone like Kojima Fukase. She's also been on TV before, with the results being quite interesting. What's also interesting is that Fukase was once appointed as an advertising manager, I guess that's an ambassador of some sort, for a live-action adaptation of Yokai Ningen Bemu called Yokai Ningen Bera. Yokai Ningen Bemu is known as Humanoid Monster Bem, an anime series that started in the late 60s, which also has some remakes. Fukase is apparently a fan of the series. There are two words that seem to be heavily associated with Fukase, menhera and nito. I have a whole video about the neets of Japan, so you can check out that if you want. But let's take a look at menhera. Menhera is an abbreviation of mentaru herusu, so mental health. But as is common with a lot of wasei eigo or made in Japan English, it doesn't mean what it sounds like. Generally speaking, menhera indicates young women who are clingy, overly emotional, who carry a lot of emotional baggage, and that may even cause harm to themselves. They might even test people by asking questions to prove if that person really likes or loves them. Just to be clear, menhera isn't a medical term. It's used in more casual settings and can have broader meanings like depression or essentially any behavior that might not be deemed to be normal. Some people will even openly call themselves menhera or use it as a part of their branding. Now, whether or not Fukase actually is menhera or whatever is not my place to say, nor will it be a word that I plan to use a lot, but now you know what it means. Having a modest-sized cult following here in Japan, Fukase has been a streamer for a very long time. Information about Fukase is a little scarce, but from what I can find, it seems that she started streaming from way back in 2013 on streaming platforms like Nico Nico Doga and Twitcasting. Twitcasting is a streaming service started in Japan by Moi Corporation. According to its wiki, Twitcasting uses Twitter's feed to stream content from smartphones directly onto a user's channel. I'm guessing they ruled out changing their name to Xcasting. It's not a platform that you've probably heard before, but it's surprisingly popular in Japan. For the most part, Fukase just seems to talk about her life, her thoughts, concerns, and just anything else in a very frank and sometimes incoherent kind of way. Fukase does seem to have a close relationship with her fans and apparently has even held offline fan meet and greets. I'd really like to know how those went. Now, going back to her looks, as I've touched upon in the beginning, Fukase is often said to look like Ano, someone else I've also made a video about. Besides her looks and certain mannerisms, Fukase, like Ano, also plays the guitar and has even released music, being a part of a two-person band called Nunu, the other person being a drummer named Sato Keiichi. Just like her, Nunu's music is quite unique. Being constantly compared to Ano and even being accused of copying her, Fukase has made her thoughts on the topic pretty well known.
あのちゃんパクってんの？はぁ？わしがあのちゃんパクると思う？小島ふかせさんかわいいです。かわいいから真似しないでください。ふかしちゃん、小島ふかせさんが真似してます。僕のこと真似してます。わしの方がインターネット歴長いんだぜ、カス！おい、なめとんじゃ。おい、ポカス。
I don't think she hates Ano or anything, but is just likely frustrated by such accusations. To be honest, that particular Ano look is not exactly original, especially a decade or so ago, so I think it was just a coincidence, but let me know what you think. Another thing associated with Fukase is a particular Japanese YouTuber named Yorihito. Now, before I get into this, please note that these things happened years ago, so everyone has already moved on. Yorihito was a bakuro-kei YouTuber, meaning his videos mainly focused on quote-unquote exposing the truth about famous or well-known individuals, making quite a lot of controversial content. Although recently he has seemingly calmed down quite a bit. He has landed himself in hot water a number of times, even getting arrested and charged with defamation. He has been arrested for other things too, as we'll soon find out. Anyway, some years ago he put out a video with Fukase in it, stating she got to know him through an acquaintance and that she had run away from home, so she was going to live with him. Yorihito explains in an interview in a different video that this was his attempt at shifting the direction of his channel to a quote-unquote couples channel. I'm not sure if they were actually a couple or not. The two would end up collaborating on a number of videos, wasting a lot of food in the process. But then, things went too far. Yorihito put out a video of them fighting in public, in Harajuku no less, except this video wasn't all of it. What was edited out was Yorihito violently abusing Fukase, including kicking her in the stomach and dragging her around. Apparently someone put out a video of that part that was edited out, gaining a ton of views. Fukase would then start streaming on Twitcasting, explaining that it was all planned out, but the two ended up fighting on stream, with Yorihito hitting Fukase and saying something along the lines of, "I'll make it so that you can't get pregnant." Charming. Many viewers reported this to the police, and as a result, Yorihito got arrested. According to Yorihito, that part 2 was a work. Fukase also said this on video, but fans were not sure what to believe. Anyway, even after that whole mess, the two did collaborate for a couple of more videos, but eventually they just seemed to part ways. Fukase doesn't stream as much as she used to, but she still puts out content every now and then. She seems to mainly focus on music now. To me, Kojima Fukase is essentially someone that just wants to do things in her own way, not trying to be pinned down by acting like someone she's not just because she looks a particular way. It's pretty weird to me that people feel upset in some way because she's not behaving in a way that they want her to. I'll put some links in the description below so you can check out what Fukase is up to now. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. This was also a request from someone in the comments. I am reading all of your comments. If you do have something you'd like me to cover, just please leave it in the comments. And yeah, consider liking, subscribing, and I do have an X account. Please follow as well for the latest updates. But yeah, thank you again, guys. I appreciate it. Until next time. Bye.